This is Lady Myya. I am here with Mykayla. You guys, let me tell you about Sister Sledge. She got it going on over there. The sweetness. She got it. Definitely. Okay, so listen. She's the owner and the creator of Dulces De Kayla, and she is a senior at University of Michigan. Okay, so of course I've been just chewing the fat with Sister Sledge, just trying to get some more information. But you know, she's a steel cage, okay? But she's still sweet. So we are going to ask you to like, share, and subscribe to the shows, the networks, and everything else that goes alongside with it. And we are gonna get this thing started. So say hello to my Mayan tribe, Miss Kayla.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. So we're going to get this thing started. So I want you to get to know Miss Mykayla, because she's a sweetheart, and she's about her business, honey. So we're gonna get it started right now. Here we go. So tell us about the company that you do have.
As you said, I'm the owner of Dulces De Kayla. I made this company basically just to make sweets. I specialize in cupcake jars, and a cupcake jar is exactly what it sounds like. It's cake layered with frosting and other like sprinkles, strawberries, whatever, in a mason jar. And that was solely what the business was going to be originally, because I'm like, I don't know about everybody else, but I hate driving with cupcakes in the car because you just don't know if you hit that one pothole, especially if you're in Detroit, that can mess up the entire 2 dozen cupcakes that you have. At least with a mason jar, with a vacuum seal that it's not going to go anywhere. Even if it rolls around a bit, it's going to stay intact and look just as good as it did when you first bought it.
That's awesome. So that is really, really cool. So would you say that is your passion, or do you have others?
The cupcake jar started as like my main passion, but then once I started trying different recipes like cheesecake, I have so many friends that just love cheesecake and they love my cheesecake specifically. So I was just like, okay, I know how to do this well now. And then it was like cookies, and I'm like, I know how to do this well. So I started like not just testing out different flavors of cake, but I started trying something different with everything, like creating a twist on a classic. Like with chocolate chip cookies, I make chocolate espresso cookies. And those are like one of my best sellers. So it's just like putting those little twists on like some of people's favorites to make like the world of difference. So like that's when I was like, okay, this is really my passion. Turning something that's, black and white to something that's a rainbow.
A little color. Exactly. I like it. All right. So, okay. So when did you start your company?
I actually started it this year, but I've been baking all my life, basically. I started it when I was like, I could really like sell this, because there was always a thought in the back of my mind. But I was like, I could really sell this. And I'm like, I worked at school, but then once my school closed because of COVID, I was just like, well, I need money and people like what I make, so let's start selling it. So I was like, I'm really just getting a head start on something that was a long-term goal to begin with. So that's how I looked at it, and I was like, yep, we're going to start it right now. There's no time like the present. Let's go.
That's true. That is very true. Wow, you took advantage, and that's a good thing. All right. So what type of baking dishes are your specialty? I see that you said the espresso chocolate chips. So do you have any others?
I make those. As I previously said, the cupcake jars, those are really big. One of the specialties are my Southern Red Velvet. It's called Big Red on my Instagram, which is just, Southern Red Velvet with cream cheese frosting, homemade everything. Always like homemade frosting, nothing like that. I also make these lemon zinger cookies, and I like to call them it's just those are the type of cookies. The limousine cookies are the ones that you can't help but smile because
Mhm.
it's like I love lemon personally. I love the smell of it. I love the taste of it. It's just so refreshing and like mind clearing to me. So it's like once you have one, it's like it's hard not to smile. It's hard not to be like, oh my God, this is what I needed to perk up my day.
Mm, true. I like
Um,
that. Okay, no, I hear you. Girl, get it. All right. Get it. Okay, so what is the one thing that you do make that gives you that satisfaction?
Definitely the with cookies, in my personal opinion, they're the easiest. You just mix it all together, throw it in the oven, boop, you're done. I get my most satisfaction from making the cupcake jars only because it's not tedious work, but like I said, everything's made from scratch. So you start shifting the flour. You start with that separate. You can't combine it with the liquid ingredients yet. So you do all of this stuff, and then you're like, "Oh, I'm done." No, you're not. You also have to make the frosting from scratch, and then layering it because that's like my biggest like moment is when you layer it in the actual mason jar and it just looks so visually and aesthetically pleasing.
Mhm.
But it's just yeah, I'm all about presentation. So just looking at that, like the contrast, like with the big red, the contrast between red and white, it just looks amazing. So that's like that biggest thing I love to do.
That's awesome. Big Red. I might have to get some of that one. Definitely. So like how would you feel about like having your own show, like your own cooking show and just kind of showing off, these ingredients and different ways of you making things different?
I would love it, honestly, because I'm a diehard Food Network fan. I'll watch it to go to sleep. I'll watch it in the morning when I wake up, just trying to find new ideas, try new ingredients. When they try something new, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try that as well. So yeah, I would love to be that inspiration to somebody else.
That would be cool. That would be so. You should start recording yours. Start recording yourself bake and put it on YouTube. Somebody will pick you up.
I should. It's just it's funny because when I bake, I play music because that's how I get into my zone.
Right.
That the music is on full blast and I'm just in my zone doing my thing. So it's kind of hard for me to remember I'm recording because I will look down the entire time like nothing else even matters. So I
A
definitely,
lot of the people that do bake right now, they're not even on camera. They're just showing
mhm,
their hands doing the stuff, turning
yeah,
everything on, putting the ingredients together. So, I mean, you would at least have that you would have the camera, you kind of work around the
yeah,
camera and just kind of show them. So that
yeah.
would be so okay. So, we'll talk. Okay. So, so like, who were the people that influenced you most?
Probably I would have to say my mom, my grandma, and my great grandma. Those
Mhm.
three in the kitchen. Because my great grandma is originally from the South. So, everything she did, it was everything by hand from cornbread to making cranberry sauce, everything.
Mm.
So I was just like, I will always watch them in the kitchen. And I'm just like, I would be mesmerized. I was just like, oh my God, like you made you made this from flour and eggs and
Mhm.
sugar.
Mhm.
And they were like, yeah, it's so easy. So then I would start helping. So I'm like, okay, like I want to do this too. So I think
Right.
that's where my biggest inspiration came from. And then it just grew when I started watching people on cooking shows like Gordon Ramsay when he wasn't yelling at people.
Yeah.
Rachel Ray, all of those chefs that are like still big names today.
Right. That's true. That's true. Okay. Okay. I can see that. Okay. So let me ask you this. So when it comes to cooking, like, what is your work ethic like?
My work ethic, it's 110%, nothing more, nothing less. Well, I say not nothing more because I always give more if when it really calls for it, especially the big orders. But it's always 110%. no matter how I'm feeling, I could be like, I could woke up at the worst day, but I'm gonna still cook because cooking gives me a peace of mind, and I know that once I get in that kitchen, nothing else matters.
Nothing else matters.
And I'm
Life
gonna
went
go full
away.
like yes, so I'm gonna go at that nonstop. Like if I just this past weekend, one of my close friends had a gender reveal, and she wanted 20 mini cupcake jars.
Oh,
I stayed in that kitchen for hours. I'm like, I'm not even gonna take a break because what is a break at this point? I
that's true.
started, I need to finish.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, okay. I can see that. I can see that. So, like, what can we look forward from you then?
You can look forward to definitely more. I have a very limited menu right now because, like I said, I just started. But in the fall and winter, I really want to expand that. So you'll be looking at more different types of treats. For I want to create something for everyone under the sun, including I want to start making vegan dishes as well because I know there are a lot of vegans out here, and it's hard for them to get baked goods because it's like who
Everything.
there's not a lot of
Wow.
places that make baked goods. And personally, in my opinion, when I have tried some vegan cookies, they're
Mhm.
not good.
Like,
And I'm
that
like, you
didn't
guys
taste right.
deserve better than that.
Like, I know it's vegan. Taste. That's what they say.
Like you're giving them vegan options, but you're completely missing everything else. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely doing that. And I'm also gonna start selling sample boxes where you get
Oh.
one of each flavor for a set price. So
Hmm.
be on the lookout for those as well. I'm trying to have those out by September.
Nice. All right. So, like, what would you say to younger viewers that are actually getting into baking?
Just don't get discouraged because when you first start baking, you're expecting it to look like the 10-foot wedding cake you see in TVs. You expect it to taste amazing, to look amazing. And that's not the case, especially when you first start out cooking. You're going to have a cake that's probably going to be deflated. You're going to have a cookie that's probably burnt on the bottom. And that's okay. You just have to keep doing the trial and errors to figure out what you did wrong in this batch so you don't make that mistake again because it's all a learning experience.
That's true. That's true. That's a good thing to say. That really is. So, like, so how can we contact you?
I am on Instagram, Dulces Kayla. I have a Gmail, Kayla.dulce, so just switch it around. Um, I'm working on my Facebook page right now. And as well as I have business cards. I will probably have my business cards uploaded as a picture in my Instagram and Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And those are like the top two ways to get in contact with me: email and Instagram. I always have my email on. It's on my phone. I get notifications, several notifications throughout the day, and you will get a reply very fast. Not a
Nice.
24-hour response period. No, you'll probably get one within the hour.
That is awesome. So, if you have anything you would like to say to my Mayan tribe, the floor is definitely yours.
Um, just I'm new to all of this business world, so please just support. Just don't support me. Support other Black-owned businesses out here. Like everyone's taking a hit because of COVID. Like there are so many options as far as small businesses go. There are so many. Just get out there and actually give them a chance. Just because they're new doesn't mean their quality isn't amazing. You just got to take that chance and support.
Yes. Okay. Well, we appreciate you, Miss Mykayla. You are doing it, girlfriend. Doing
Thank
it
you.
big. We see you get. I mean, you gonna get them. Look. Okay, you gonna send me a couple cookies, right? No, I'm just kidding. Definitely want to, support you in everything that you do. I would love, the opportunity for you to be on one of my shows up and coming, or one of the other shows, I should say. So definitely thank you guys so much for even being here one more time with us, and just kind of like seeing that, your dreams can really make something and really can get into something. Don't quit. just keep going. And so, when the going gets rough, just get kept cooking, just like Mykayla did.
Literally, just keep cooking.
Thank you so much, you guys. We will see you later.